What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another VOD review breakdown. Hope everybody's been well, doing good, enjoying the matches. I've been having to stay up pretty late to catch these, but I haven't really been watching much of them live. It's usually been just VODs I've been paying attention to, or recaps, even like highlight videos. Today, the majority of the amount of time I want to spend here is going to be talking about FPX post plants. So, as we know, Trace ends up beating Vitality. FPX had an actual real chance to 2-0 Team Heretics today, but they're going to fall short here, mainly again, similar to a couple teams we've covered so far, just their own mistakes, unable to be able to convert at this level. FPX have some really good shooters, they have some really good individuals, but at the end of the day, shooting, killing, it only gets you so far. That's not true. You have to shoot and kill to win. Okay, just Google PRX and then tell me what year they won the world championship. Okay, they didn't. So, here we are, starting with a pretty interesting kind of like loadout on the map Abyss here. We have the double controller comp versus the double initiator comp. Gecko is pretty interesting. I haven't really seen him been paired with Sova yet. I've seen some like KO and stuff like that. But Sova Gecko interesting compared to like the Sova Fade or the Sova KO that's been being played a lot. Boo's going to opt for the Astra, which I really like. I think that Astra has a higher skill ceiling on this map than Omen. Omen is more of like a plug and play thing where if your controller is more comfortable playing than him, run it, right? You can like, combo here with like the Yoru as well, with like the paranoia and stuff like that. Even like the ult can be good. But at the end of the day, FPX are going to need to deny info lines and manipulate rotations with the Viper, and then have kind of like good combos coming in here with the Fade, Omen, and your utility. While Team Heretics should be more kind of focused on how to set up Mini Boo, where, when he's opping and outlawing and stuff like that. Benji doesn't really need to be worried about getting deactivated by like a KO or anything like that, but he does need to kind of be conscious of how he's going to use his tripwires because, things like the Prowlers are online and the clone is online, so he does have a little more to think about rather than just running his own setups. So let's take a look at like our first post plant of the map here. It's going to come from the pistol round. FPX are going to operate in a 4-1 setup. It looks like there was a lot more in this round that they were going to go with here, so it looks like they are just trying to farm the orb right now, because the clone is pre-placed with the TP, and Life is already moving over back here. He might be trying to like solo fake A or something like that. I'm not like fully sure. So he sees the push through here. He's going to call, whoa, I'm out. We need to go B right now. They push through A. Lysaur is going to walk out mid here. And the util's going to come in, they're going to run site. So check out that side smoke that Boo's using. Good information denial, being able to angle out on timing. Lysaur's good for one, ends up getting traded out. And here we go. Okay, so let's just go ahead and pause for a second. So right now, we have a 4v4, okay, on the fact of Mini Boo's death in mid, right? So 2, 1, 1. As the attackers in the post plant, the main thing that you want to develop is a strong side and a weak side. Okay, strong side can accomplish something, they can fight something. Weak side maybe plays back and holds the flank. Let's see how they decide to like get on the same page here and what they want to do. Okay, funny enough, I think being up in this position, I think that they should just kind of like let Life play right now. I think that if he can get a kill, that's really good, and the rest of them can kind of like play the bomb site. Because let's just consider what Team Heretics need to deal with. So if Boo were to theoretically die Heaven, they need to clear Heaven, right? And since Heaven is clear, they can't really, comfortably run out this link area through the smokes, right? If they are going to flank, someone's ready to watch it. So FPX are poised to actually win this round, but again, the execution of it isn't going to be there. So Life is going to get a huge kill onto Boo, but with the tripwire activating onto Berlin here, he's going to blind and push Benji back. How are they going to use their numbers? Are they going to keep pushing? Are they going to try to trade out here? Or should Life be kind of like left in a position where do whatever you can? Do more damage, get another kill, live as long as you can. Okay, there's no more smokes online. Yeah, they do have a wingman, but technically we can kind of like pull out here. We can like one-way the bomb, okay? We have one deagle, we have two ghosts. Okay, this could be like a pretty good option. Well, I guess this ghost would technically die, but we don't really see that here. Separated by the shock dart, Life's gonna go down. A's walking up, ends up dying. Berlin's fucked, trying to play around this Gecko Flash, can't do anything about it. On him left at a 1v3, dink through a wall, wingman online, pretty bad coordination, and even worse execution. Need to see better. Coming up on round 6 here, after an FPX timeout, they're going to get ready to run a set strat through utility. It looks like it's kind of like showing what they were trying to do on the pistol round. So Lysaur's kind of like watching the mid push. Okay, Life's in a position where he was at B a while ago, he used some utility over there, now he's getting ready to walk back towards A. So I think that if there's no resistance in the B bomb site and they can confirm that people aren't playing in there, they have this idea or protocol that they should always be faking it and like walking back to A. Again, not 100% sure if that's accurate, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like what it seems like here. And it just could be an alt play as well. So they do ping Benji. They can tell with the Prowler that he's off. The clone's going in. More utilities going in. Noise is being made. Okay, the trips are being broken. All that Benji can say right now is that they're in sight. Okay, do you realize that he isn't tapping his camera right now? Okay, Sentinel players, you need to understand the value of your camera. What information is Benji going to get in a situation like this if he taps his camera? He knows they're in the bomb site, right? He knows they're here. What he's going to do is he's going to wait for his teammates to group up and get ready to go. He's going to tap his camera. He's only going to be able to see for a second, maybe even half of a second. But he's going to figure out where the enemies are, where the utility should go, and how the retake should happen. Okay, so don't just be sitting on your camera when the exec is happening and let them break it for free. You can hear things. You might be able to see things. You don't actually need that hard info. Use that for when you're retaking, right? Use that in the situation where you're getting ready to retake whatever it is. So when noise is cut and there really isn't like a bomb tap here, they're kind of like sitting and waiting for that. Camera tap, they see nothing. Timing peak comes out there. They're still a little confused on the fact that they were in the bomb site getting killed. They're like, wait, you know, maybe we're overcooking. Lysor, huge forward position, huge kill there. Gonna go for the ult here. And just look at the shots that are being hit here. I mean, it's just insane. All headshots, all insta-kills. This is the way that FPX is winning rounds, okay? Manipulating rotations, brawling, fighting to the death. They aren't there in the post plants right now. It's what they need to rely on. Pretty insane round here coming out from Ayong, and again, just kind of plays into that factor that we talked about earlier with just brute forcing these rounds. I promise you, not only can you win rounds, but you can win maps, and you can win games. But it's not a consistent win condition, okay? You gotta understand that FPX being in the situation on their own map pick, up 8-4, momentum shift with an ace, up 9-7, aren't able to close it out in regulation. We're obviously having some sort of problem when we're shooting good like this. I've now learned that I hate this Viper ult. Autumn doesn't even have support in terms of having his vent covered here. He has to dodge this drone, gets tagged, pressured, so scared. Look at Benji solo faking the vent room, breaks the trip, hard pressure. I mean, they have to forfeit the entire bomb site. They're running into spawn. Look at the rotations coming out here. Berlin getting caught off by himself. TP's back into the bomb site, getting killed by Wu. Bomb going down, 5v4, so far across the map. Benji just sitting and waiting. A little bit of a timing kill here from Ion, kind of just like walks out and tries to win the round himself. You know, pretty normal tendency we've seen from this team so far. 4v3 now. Slowly trying to angle out with another punish. Look at Benji just still separated. Life with a nice trade. There's a pull on the bomb. Benji's flanking, ends up going early. Ryan's with a great trade. 2v1's here. Rien's, excuse me. I always say these names wrong, bro. I know you guys are gonna flame me for that. Pull's ready to go. Nothing Autumn can do. Time's low. Might as well play for the ACS here, you know what I mean? Nice try. Here we go. You're down 3 rounds. You actually bring it back, tie it up, overtime. We messed up on attack in the post plant. We were shooting great. We're moving around great. We're instantly going to go into a 5-man exec, which I just can't believe. I think this might be a potential tendency where maybe if Miniboo is in overtime, he buys an op, so they're trying to like abuse the fact of that. But at the end of the day, they're instantly going to go into the B bomb site here. We're going to see Boo make a pretty insane play. To be honest with you, he almost really messed it up bad. He was at least good for 1, but at the end of the day, FPX in another advantage situation with the bomb down that they can't convert. So Benji has always been kind of like retake weak side over here. Boo, an IGL that likes to put himself in a position to take fights and have like the game in his own hands. I feel like it's very common for controller IGLs to kind of like have a tendency to do this. So Boo here going uncleared, bomb site clear, nice scaling utility onto Benji. He's gonna die 5v4. Boo shooting way too early. I feel like could have sat there literally for almost the entire round. He's only gonna go for 1.5. Here we go again. Life, forward position, right? People ready to support him. We realize that we need to plant the bomb. How are we going to do this? Okay, first of all, no smokes online. We do need to consider the wingman. We've been here once before. We need to figure out how to do this right this time and not mess it up, okay? The approach. Let's take a look. Life, forward. Lysor on 1 HP planting the bomb. Shock is going to land, kill him. Now it's going to make it even harder. No one is even remotely close to help Life. For whatever reason, they thought he could just get the bomb down, you know, without any kind of like damage or any problem to deal with there. I think it's pretty common for people to flood on that first tap. I would have liked to seen Lysor tap there and have everybody gun out ready to fight. But there's two people just sitting back getting ready to play the post plant. They don't even know how the bomb is going to get planted or if it can. They're just sitting and waiting. Yeah, you know what? Just do your best. See if you can get it down. We're just going to sit over here and watch. Berlin, 1v2. Peaks, really good position here. Should try to put up a one-way if he can. Use a smoke somehow, a falling drop smoke, anything like that. He's going to peek on timing. Unable to convert the kill onto Rian somehow. And Heretics are up and able to convert this map that they didn't even pick. Here we are on our bind. Yes, we have skipped a lot. We're trying to focus on the post-plants this video. If you're confused, at the end of the day, FPX is running a pretty difficult comp to solve and deal with on defense. They had a good half. They end up winning the attack pistol. Now they're in a position where they can close out the game. Okay, I see how insane these guys are when I watch them. I mean, they are nuts. Okay, and that goes for basically any Chinese team in this tournament right now. I mean, in APAC and China, I don't think the mechanics are on par with EMEA and NA. I think they are a tier above easily, and they need to learn how to kind of like curb that and make sure that they're paying attention to the real details, things like fundamentals, the way to play advantages, what you should be doing, rather than just kind of winging it and going along with it and just trying to abuse it the entire time. So we're going to see a situation like this play out here, another kind of like failed post-plant situation. So 5v4 here. Check out this aggro play from Berlin, catches Reigns off. Okay, 5v3. Look at the clock. 1:12. We have 72 seconds in play. We can sit here and we can do nothing. We can tap and then tap again and then tap again and then tap again and then tap again, and after that tap again. And then if we want, we can tap again. Just tap. Tap the bomb. Wait for the brim smoke to fade. The enemy is in a 3v5. What do people do in the man disadvantage? They try to equalize. They take excessive risk because that's the only way they can win the round. To catch you when you're not paying attention. To punish you for, you know, making a play too quick or too lazily, right? I mean, this is just really simple stuff that we can't be failing to execute. They're going to end up winning this map here, but at the end of the day, like, imagine if this defense half was closer. Imagine if he didn't win the pistol. Okay, these are just situations that you cannot be letting slip at this level.
Gamble hasn't paid off, and it's not getting any better.
Aiang is going to run up here and just plant the bomb after the molly fades. Again, still 60 seconds on the clock. Woot sees the arm, ends up getting a kill, backing up. 4v3 now. Tethers the planter, making sure that he can't get it down just yet. Prowler on his flank. It's going to latch onto Lysor. He needs to instantly run to short. He shouldn't be taking this fight anymore. Woot's going to punish him. 3v3 now. Little flank coming in here from Benji. Since they've lost the shower control, they're pretty worried here. They're going to have to use an ult in the 5v3 to win it.
Trying to get something. The steps will have been heard.
Fights coming out here. We have a lot of close situations here. Big 1v1 in short A. Is Adam going to be able to hit the shot? He is. Advantage back to FPX. 3v2. Clock's in your favor. No one holding each other's back. Not really sure what Life is doing, but he's in heaven. Autumn trying to get him off the bomb. Can't fully confirm. Boo gets a big kill. With no utility left for Life, Boo angles out really wide to make sure he can't get to the bomb. With time getting a little low. 5v3, easy money for Heretics. This round I'm not as mad at for FPX letting slip, but at the end of the day, with 3 ults online like this, you know, kind of like, again, potentially like the game on the line here, I gotta see you convert a situation like this, right? Team Heretics have 2 good ults of their own. Lysor's going to end up doing a lineup Viper's Pit that takes away a part of U-Haul, so we're going to see how the rest of the players end up playing the bomb site, you know, what they do, how they do it. Bomb's going to go down here. Aiang, a little ult if he wants. Hit comes out here. Woot's going to send the Nightfall. Aiang's going to send the Nightfall. Some people are deaf, some people are trying to deny a little U-Haul here. But Miniboo's kind of like shoving it a little bit. Okay, again, past the pit by himself. Everybody else is behind him. He's sitting out in front of it regenning. Berlin's not ready for it. He does not peek this angle with the intent to kill at all. He's just getting ready to hold the smoke again. Mini's in front of it. Trey tries to come through. No jumping person with a classic. No crosshair baiter. Nothing. Just slowly shift walking up. 5v5 down to a 3v1. Last position seen. Shower. Wingman goes on the bomb. 2 people in front trying to defuse. Perfectly played. Another advantage converted by Team Heretics. Now on the map of Lotus here, we're going to see a pretty unique comp that only this team has run. Okay, we have the triple controller coming out here. I don't know what it is. But these teams who are trying to just make it so hard on themselves. I mean, the phrase "work smarter, not harder" exists for a reason. Where's the info sentinel? I'm not even like gonna fully complain about not having the cipher or the killjoy. Let me at least see like a chamber, a sage, a deadlock. I mean, give yourself a chance, man. There are so many gaps, so many things to expose. I just feel like they make it so hard on themselves running a comp like this, specifically against a team who plays like Lotus a lot. You could also argue that that's kind of like a counterpoint, right? Where, well, if the team plays Lotus a lot and they're good at it, that probably means that they're confident in their ability that they play. So when they go up against a comp like this, they might get caught off. At the end of the day, I do agree with that point. This is a good comp to run into a team who is good at Lotus because they've never scrimmed against us. They don't actually know what's fully going on. So if you are going to run this comp, I expect you to be drilled on things like fundamentals, right? Setups, little post plan ideas, things that you want to do. I mean, just take a look at this here. I mean, now this is just impressive to lose. Just listen to the casters for a second. I mean, this is impressive.
Not much to be done.
There's not much to be done on the
Woot
seeded
and
team
Benji
Heretics.
to try and clutch it all.
Just
2
Woot
versus
and
5.
Benji, 2 versus
Best they
5.
can hope for is
Best they
damage.
could hope for is damage. I mean, there it is, right? It's over. I mean, I don't know who that is. I don't know what rank that guy is. I wouldn't guess he's past Diamond 1. He just figured out that it's over, okay? All we need to do right now is assess the open positions, okay? Make sure things are covered, play together, make sure we make Team Heretics work hard. They're on pistols, right? They're on pistols.
Yeah,
We shouldn't just stoop to their level and fight. Okay, door closed. I mean, look at this. Look at what happens when the door opens. You see the position, how no one's really in the door right now. Okay, they're gonna take a step in once the smoke fades. But what this reminds me of is when the seagulls at the beach, they see the food, they smell the food. I mean, they're just diving on it. They're just appearing out of nowhere. You're like, where did these even come from? These were never here before I opened this bag of chips. I mean, damn. I mean, this is an ACS challenge here. 1, 2, 3. Hey, let's just peek. Let's just take a fight. Yeah, no problem. That's fine. Hey, Berlin, figure it out. We were going for ACS. Woot knows that he can use ults to win rounds. 2v1, blind misses, trying to pressure. Insane shot. 2v5 like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Absolutely was at an insane round from Benji. But I mean, somebody. You know what I'm about to say? Somebody. Game tied up for a piece here. It looks like FPX have some sort of protocol that when they have the Astro Wall online and there's some sort of enemy A fight coming out, they can speed up into this kind of like B play where they just cut the bomb site in half. What they're failing to realize is that the Killjoy ult is in play. So they don't really give themselves a slanted wall, maybe, I don't know, something like this, where they can kind of push in to the link, maybe a better angle is kind of there, so it cuts off the secret. So you take away heaven, you take away the secret room, and you push into C link because the Killjoy's there, right? They just fought A and got a kill with multiple agents. The Killjoy's probably on the weak side, so they're not going to be able to speed up into that, and then they're going to kind of when you turn the light on in your garage and all the roaches scatter, you know what I mean? They get really scared. I mean, maybe that's just a Florida thing. I might have just exposed myself, but at the end of the day, that happens to some people. It's out of my control. But we're gonna see them kind of just freak out here and just do the thing where they just randomly push, and then some other people just sit around. So check out the utility being used here. So Paranoia used on the right there. Okay, Mosh Pit being used in heaven. Okay. There's a snake bite being used here, and then again, Paranoia on that lane. We're using this all to get the bomb down. I would argue that that's kind of the point of the Astro Wall, right? So now we've expended literally everything that we have left, and they have a Killjoy ult. So we can't push it anymore because we failed to realize that. Now we're in a position where if we wanted to fight through the wall or push something else, I mean, we have literally nothing left. This literally looks like no one's even talking. I don't really understand what's so hard about this. Bomb's gonna go down here. They realize that they're kind of screwed when they see that pit. They're like, well, they're gonna ult C. They use the Viper's ult to defend it, so I'll just get ready to push heaven. Okay. Lysor is a B main guy, and he's gonna be the guy who's almost going first here. Nice trade on Boo. Took a lot of damage there. And then again, we have the thing again where Berlin went for a wrap in a man disadvantage. Young has been forced out of B main. He wasn't able to fight to get to Secret or get into Heaven with him. So 1-1-1, just fully separated. Nice kill comes in there. Spam coming through. They aren't really sure if they're on. Berlin's going to have to take a timing through the smoke. This ended up being a pretty good reposition. He's going to be good for 2 here. Smoke fading and the wall down. Young, brother, I mean, you can jump spot. Hey, that's always an option. You can jump spot a situation like this. Benji Fishy, 18 years old. I don't know if he's going to instantly defuse the bomb when a smoke is going down. But that's just my guess. Who am I to say? You know what I mean? Who am I to say? Nice try. Another failed post plant. Another one of the ones I'm not really too mad about. I would just like to see a better kind of like chance given. Okay, more effort applied. It really just feels like they don't know what to do if they cannot shoot their guns. That they're really just actively looking for it. So in the double man disadvantage, okay, Team Heretics are just going to pull out of the bomb sites. They're literally just going to group up and they're saying, let them plant, let them plant. We have some utility left online that we can use to get in. Okay, we can run in and trade. We can play the advantage. All they have is just smokes, right? You know, there's no like actual like difficult abilities to like get through here. At the end of the day, if we let them plant, we're going to be able to rotate together. Just let them go in.
We're certainly
So take a look at the spread here, where 2 players are contacting upstairs into the A site, and Berlin's doing the same thing. What's the point of not doing it together? And if we are going to set up, surely there's some sort of like bait for it, right? So maybe on A, we smoke off this, and we smoke off this, so we can't really get peek instantly, and we just tap the bomb here. We don't even have to go A, but what we can do is we can cause a reaction from Heretics where Berlin might be able to get a timing and make a play. Maybe he can walk out when he hears someone rotating. He has like a good insert. He gets a duel, whatever it is. That's all great options. Everybody's just shift walking forward. There's no like actual like intent. One smoke is used in a range where people might not even be able to hear it. Berlin walks into a 2-3 person setup here. He dies and he's like, some B. And now they're in a 2v5 to make it even harder on themselves. So now the tap comes through without tree being cleared, without backside being cleared. 1 molly online, 1 smoke, no Viper utility to be able to use, and then he just wastes it in pit, which was just insane to see, to be honest with you. Just like, just not even trying to win the situation, not trying to greet it. You know what I mean? Not trying to like greet it for the last second to like throw it here. You know what I mean? Not trying to pocket it and maybe like fling it off of a wall and try to like hit someone in a situation where you can like win. Because when this smoke fades and you put a snake bite down here, you know, now you're in trouble. Or again, you know, Mini Boo's in a position where he satchels or someone runs in forward. You molly off the help. You isolate the forward guy. Whatever. Anything but that.
There it is.
He just takes away a position that people probably weren't even going to be able to go to. We have a really strong side here from Team Heretics and a very weak side. Perfectly played retake. 3v1 situation, 10 HP, nothing can do there. But another defuse for Team Heretics. So definitely beating on him a little bit hard here. I'd just like to revisit the point that I made earlier that FPX had the chance to 2-0. Right here, right now. They literally had it. They were up every map. 8-4 lead. Okay. Bind, 8-4 lead. They win the pistol round, 10-4. Lotus ends up being a tied half, but they win the pistol round 7-6. They end up getting ecoed. Doesn't even matter. They win 3 straight. They're back up again. They let it slip. And it just came down to the post plants for me. It really did. Take a look at this Abyss map. I mean, they are just running them over. There's nothing that they could do to stop it. But the post plants end up screwing them. There were a lot of times where some of these were post plants technically, and they still ended up being elimination wins. But at the end of the day, it was a lot of just big advantage situations that they were converting with like good hunting going on. Similar situation like on Bind, where you know at the end of the day, like you know they were like killing them and like doing good, but there were like some big crucial misplays, misplaying with ults. Okay, letting that big clutch happen in that 5v3. Same exact thing we see on Lotus, right? Misplaying with ults, letting them defuse. We get 2v5'd by pistols because we have no discipline. I mean, we're losing these games in overtime, guys. I mean, it's coming down. It's a game of inches. You can't take this stuff for granted. And this should be a big learning lesson for anybody out there who not even wants to compete or go pro, but just wants to win their rank games and ranked up. Take each situation serious. It doesn't necessarily matter that you're in the advantage. It matters that you abuse the fact that you're in the advantage and you keep it, right? Make it hard for people to work. You want people typing in all chat, "Oh my God, you guys are so cringe. Just peek me." You know what I mean? Like that's literally what they want. They don't want to work hard. They're scared. They don't want to solve problems. It's the same exact thing at this level. So again, not to cover it, not spending more time covering it, but Miniboo -20 today, right? And everybody here is fragging pretty consistently. Life usually doing a little better. First skill department wasn't that good, but they had him right where they want him. They would have won Abyss, and they antied him on bind, and they caught him off. That's a 2-0. But at the end of the day, it's not about you start; it's how you finish. So when you're unable to convert these post plants, even though your results are like good or like whatever it is, like on paper, it's going to bite you in the ass and you're going to lose series because of it. And now they're in a really, really hard game, okay, dropping down lower against a team like Sentinels. As many jokes as anybody wants to crack, okay, this team is still very good. They're in the tournament for a reason, and you don't want to play a team who's kind of just like backed into a corner like this, who just really, really just doesn't want to lose. They're going to go, and I'm sure they're going to play lights out. And I mean, God forbid you even win this game. Look who's waiting for you here, bro. Like, it's just walking into an alley and just like seeing Batman's figure. You're like, oh shit, I fucked up. But hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown today. A little, again, off kind of course from what we normally do, just trying to pay attention to post plants and not the entire game. With the amount of games going on, I think that's just like the goal that I have for some of them, not all of them. Some of them is I'm gonna try to like hyper focus on like one thing that we can kind of break down that had a trend throughout the entire game. So if you didn't know, I read every single comment. Make sure you leave a comment down below, suggestion, a complaint, anything like that. I appreciate it all. I'm live on Twitch as well, so join or follow me on Twitch as well. It'll be linked down below, and then all the other socials that are in the description. If you want to get better at the game through my coaching, join my Discord, check out the options. I appreciate you tuning in. T-Dog out of here. Deuces.